Nightmare fuel is used in pretty much every magic and ancient recipe, along with a bunch of other uses, so it's a super useful basic resource. Here are all the places you can get it. You can get it from refining dark petals, which are from evil flowers. This is not an effective method to get them. There are farms for this in late game using homeless bees. It is not as effective as spelunky farming. Beardlings have a 40% chance to drop nightmare fuel, which is what rabbits turn into when your sandy is below 40%. This isn't very effective as a source of nightmare fuel. Spelunkies have a 50% chance to drop nightmare fuel. Spelunkies are found in the ruins, and they are the most dangerous mobs in the game due to their human-like abilities and group attacks. But in late game, they're the best way to farm nightmare fuel. Using on tentacles from Wickerbottom, eventually a tentacle will kill a monkey, which will cause others to run over and either fight the tentacle or try to loot the other spelunky's corpse, depending on their phase, which can lead a tentacle to wiping out an entire colony of spelunkies. Damaged clockworks have a 60% chance to drop nightmare fuel. This means you'll get a lot of nightmare fuel out of the ruins when you go to clear it. Graves can drop nightmare fuel 3.07% of the time that they are dug up. Graves are pretty much a waste of time to dig up because they don't give much, so I usually skip ever doing so. Ornate chests have a 20% chance to contain nightmare fuel in a random amount from 1 to 3. So you can gather quite a bit of nightmare fuel from the labyrinth. Gemless fluocyte statues will drop 1 nightmare fuel. They will also spawn nightmare creatures 30% of the time when mined during nightmare phase, which can be killed for more nightmare fuel. Touchstones drop 1 nightmare fuel on resurrection, a nice present to welcome you back to life. Pig and mermheads on sticks drop 1 nightmare fuel when broken during a full moon with a hammer, or 2 with a deconstruction staff. I'd recommend you just do this with a hammer. It's not worth using green gems on that. Shadow and nightmare creatures will drop 1 to 2 nightmare fuel on death. This is another extremely effective way to gather nightmare fuel because they'll come to you while insane. Relics have a 0.2% chance to drop nightmare fuel when smashed. This is a waste of time. All the stalker variants drop 2 to 4 nightmare fuel on death. Woven shadows will drop 1 nightmare fuel if you kill the ancient fuel weaver while they're alive. If you are killing fuel weaver, you likely have better ways to gather nightmare fuel already. The shadow pieces drop anywhere from 1 to 6 nightmare fuel on death, depending on RNG and what tier they are. And the large ornate chest dropped by the ancient guardian has a 75% chance to drop nightmare fuel with a random amount from 5 to 10. And that's all. Like and subscribe, or I will slap you with a dark sword.